Hi Libra, this is Morgan with Compass Rose Astrology, and welcome to your February tarot and astrology reading, where we're going to talk through the transits that are going to be happening this month and how they're probably going to be showing up in your life. And then we are going to go through and pair that up with a tarot reading, see which places of the birth chart and the skies are going to be lit up for you. These videos are typically made for your rising sign, but these can also be applied to sun and moon signs. So, watch however, all three if you want, and see which one really resonates with you, because sometimes I will find that maybe my moon sign's more lit up because that's like a certain year that's being activated, or that planet in that house is being activated most of all, or a certain house has a stellium, something like that. So definitely check those videos out and see if any of those resonate along with this video. First, let's just kind of chat about what's going on here for you, Libra. So first and foremost, we have quite a few conjunctions happening. They're going to be happening for you between 4th, 5th, and 6th house. So all of these planets are going to be have a conjunction happening between them. So in your 4th house, Mercury is going to be going conjunct with Pluto. This can really signify, it's going to be maybe like some sort of project, some sort of communication relating to your roots, possibly, maybe some travel around your home, stuff like that. And coming in conjunction with Pluto, that can kind of mean a disruption of things. So definitely look out for stuff happening within the 4th house. In the 5th house, you have Sun and Saturn coming together also. That's going to be happening a couple days later. And the Sun and Saturn, typically, that kind of archetype, those symbols, to me, usually symbolize kind of a restraint towards something that you really, truly love and want, especially happening in your 5th house. That's like the house of desire and pleasure, children, whatever you birth in terms of creativity, things like that. And so there's going to be a sense of restraint here for you, but a restraint for like a higher good. And exactly on that same day, we have Venus and Neptune going conjunct at the exact same time too. And that symbolizes this sort of like really sweet tenderness, kind of sweet intoxication with the other. This could be showing up within like your work environment, because the 6th house typically indicates people that work for you or that do things for you that you pay for. Services that you pay for too, and it could also be pets. So maybe you're finding a pet that you love, but you know that there's a really big commitment to that sort of a adoption or purchase. That would be really sweet, Libra. So maybe some of you are actually adopting a pet. That would be so cute. But anyway, you also have some pretty interesting transits happening up here. For example, Mars has been in your 9th house for almost 7 months at this point. So that might be lit up. So might your 7th house, which has Aries, and Venus is also, Jupiter. It is the house of Aries, but Venus is also going to be entering the 7th house before the end of the month. So having two benefics in your 7th house is super indicative of like a really wonderful, supportive, good, happy, connecting relationships, which is very, very exciting. That could indicate really good things for you, Libra. So let's actually, before I get into pulling some cards for you, let me go ahead and cleanse the space. This is my cleansing candle that I made myself with the intention to bring in clear messages and guidance for you. And we have a sage bundle as well to bring in positive energy and clear out all negative energy. Spirit, we thank you so much for all of your guidance here for Libra. Provide the most clear, well-intentioned, positive messages here for Libra that will lead them towards their highest good and provide the most clarity for them. Okay, let's get going. I'm so excited for this reading, Libra. I love these monthly chats with you guys, so I hope you're enjoying it too. And let's see. Okay, actually, I think I will put cards over here. This might be a little easier to see. Let's get one more card for Libra. Okay. Fascinating, Libra. Okay, so I think that we have a pretty big start. I will say that I do think this is possibly the most active things for you this month are going to be in your 7th house. And I say that because Emperor is the sign of Aries. And I think that's what's being indicated here. You have the Tower starting off your month, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not getting any like bad vibes or anything. You're probably laughing right now, Libra, just out of the sheer irony of it. But basically, you start off the month with something pretty heavy. I am not seeing this, because sometimes the Tower can be seen as sort of like a lightning strike, but this card in particular, like a lightning strike of like a thought. But this card in particular doesn't really indicate anything in the terms of like the swords thought arena. This is more of a, in this deck in particular, this is a card about fire. It's about action. So I'm thinking something happens and you're kind of forced to take on this Emperor energy. And you know what? I'm going to do something a little different here. Let me clarify the Emperor. Is this Libra or is the Emperor someone else? I think Spirit really wants to talk right now for you. Of course they want to talk. Okay, so I think Spirit's saying like, you know, it is in the 7th house. So I think this is another person, especially with some of the cards that came out here, like 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords. I do think that this is another person. Let's see if we can get definitive answer. Is this another person or is this Libra? I'm seeing this as another person for all the cards that have come out. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, and this is more of kind of like a give and take. So I'll leave it here with the Emperor. So maybe it's someone that you have this relationship with where it is a bit of a give and take between you and this person, and sometimes it's a power dynamic. And what I'm thinking is that you have I see that you are trying to have this balance with this person. Perhaps something happens between you and this person that really takes you out of feeling secure and gives you this kind of sort of scarcity mindset. And with a bit of a scarcity mindset, sometimes that can lead you to feeling out of sorts and kind of out of bounds. There's just this imbalance of kind of control here that I'm feeling for you. So I really do think that whatever this energy is for you, it's between the 6th and 7th house, whatever symbolism is popping up for you this month. So I would take a look at things that are happening between you and people that you feel a sort of like a bond and a connection with. And a big part of the 4 of Pentacles, we'll pick more cards, of course, but like there's this kind of message that comes along with the 4 of Pentacles that it's more about like not wanting to change. It's not wanting to lose a certain feeling of control. So I would just kind of look out for that here, Libra. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Okay, so at the bottom we have Queen of Wands. Okay, so here you are. Like, I think you're handling this really, really well. And it's actually leading you to really much bigger and better things. And I think that has a big part of Venus, which is your ruling planet, is really allowing this kind of uncomfortable, out of the blue event with this other person. Like, the way I would want to put it is that, like, they threw you off by really throwing kind of a power play at you. And it didn't sit well with you. It also made the playing field really unbalanced between the two of you. So you feel like you're possibly not being treated the way that you should be treated. And this is because of the way that you value yourself, the way that you feel like a self-worth, and how you present yourself to the world. And I do feel like if this were at work, it could be someone that you really respect and admire, and you work together, and it probably isn't a boss or someone that works under you, but someone that's more equal, and they say or do something that really throws you off and makes you feel like they see you as less than that. But here you are, really defying that. The Queen of Wands is the queen of passion, and she's also the queen of activity and knowing herself and like looking straight on, right? Like, she is not afraid of anything. And also, this cat on this card always indicates to me some level of universal protection. So whatever has happened for you or around you is supposed to be kind of like a wake-up moment that forces you to see that maybe you shouldn't have those rose-colored glasses towards this person. And it really allows you to prosper, because you have the Nine of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Wands. And so we go from being independent and being happy within oneself, and taking everything that you've been able to grow and succeed in and fulfill, and really embody that independent life and really strong person that you know that you are. And this is saying that you will be successful. So if you're on the way to making this change, or you're kind of unsure how to handle the whole situation, this is complete success. So however you choose to go forward with poise and grace and a sense of self-worth, basically. And that will end this weird path or interaction that you've had with this other person. They clearly don't value you the way that you feel like you should be valued, and that the way you value others, honestly, because it does, to me, sound like that you show respect to other people, and, you know, you're a good person, and you kind of hope to be treated that way as well. That's wonderful. Okay, let's see. How can we end this? This is great. How can we end this for Libra? Wants to come. Fascinating. Okay, so a big thing here is that you've had 3 sixes come out, and this was a clarifier. So let's first talk about the Knight of Cups. So you are going to be going in with this respectfully and with empathy, and as a person that knows themselves and also can probably forgive and forget. You might not want to do that right now, Libra, because sometimes sometimes it's not worth your time, but you can go forward with definitely the sense of just knowing that you're being a bigger and better person. And the thing too, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the Six of Wands. So this is the activity of harmony and cooperation. This is the activity of being a bigger person and coming out on top. And having 3 sixes, these cards are all about communication, cooperation, and harmony. And the Six of Cups is also being one kind of like you've healed your inner child here. So I think like in the past, maybe you would have been kind of triggered or just like not reacted the way you did, as calmly and easily at go with the flow kind of person that you are now. So this is really incredible. Yeah, look at this. Here you are standing in all your glory, Libra. This is your card. You're the Justice card. And this is about like really going with your intuition, not allowing fears or emotions to guide you, but just being a clear-headed, level person that knows themselves really well. And you are the Justice card, Libra. This is amazing. Oh, I'm so happy to see that for you. Just to kind of close it out, let's get an oracle card for you, and then we can see. This is a great month ahead of you. I really think this is so wonderful. You're really going to be very successful, and you are the person that everyone is going to be looking up to, because you're so calm, cool, collected, and graceful, and just a good person and a good soul. And I can really feel that for you, Libra, because maybe other people wouldn't react. Yes, okay. So here is where this person is coming from, right? It's distorted desire, and I think you see this. You see this in them, that maybe they are acting out of fear and just shame and kind of guilt. And you're not letting that ruffle your feathers, which is so wonderful. So let me actually read. So this is the Lantern Oracle deck. Let me read for you from the guidebook so that we can make sure this message comes through as clearly as possible. And so distorted desire says, conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Knowing the difference between needs and wants is key to navigating what is at the root of a desire. It helps us to distinguish what is a self-sabotaging compulsion or mirage from what it is a genuinely life-enhancing aspiration to be realistically pursued. When what we think we want is not what we need or long for at a core level, the realization of such desires potentially results in something nightmarish and rather than dream fulfillment. In worst-case scenarios, this can have us running for our lives, like the featured mother. Whether or not we recognize a delusion for what it is, an untruth can never satisfy our needs. Illusions have no sustenance or substance and therefore cannot satiate the burning desire that mistakenly drives us to attain them in the first place. Nonetheless, at the origin of every distorted desire is an invaluable lesson for us to learn about ourselves. Gently unpack the reasons why you're turning away from rather than confronting the things that are not actually as they seem in your life. It may be necessary to compassionately release yourself from an unwarranted conviction that things or a person will magically change into what they have the potential to become and cease making excuses for why they have not. And Libra, I really think that that's what you are recognizing in this person's actions, and that you're not allowing it to rule your life or to rule the way you act as a person and as a friend. And I think that's wonderful. You're an incredibly mature, really emotionally developed person, and I love to see that here. Please leave a comment if any of the transits or any of the cards actually speak to you, Libra. I would love to hear about it and hear if this resonates with you. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.